Welcome, we are the Story Speakers Guild, bringing you role-play entertainment.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, my peoples.
Salutations.
Hello, hello.
The man, the legend, the Red Cloud.
The cook fiend.
That is some timing right there, Bob. As we're starting, you pop in.
I have to make my grand entrance.
Yes, you do.
I think we need more fireworks and like hookers. I'm just saying.
What if we have hookers who are like fireworks? Then we can save money.
I feel like that could go so many different ways or wrong.
So Torin
Blowjob that takes your head off.
Torin will not be joining us tonight as he has a prior engagement.
That bastard. Hang him.
Perhaps later, though I hear from Crystal he's already hung.
God damn.
TMI.
The best PR will be if he listens to this stream.
Oh, shit.
Turn up the volume a little.
So, our illustrious DM, will you fill in our listeners as to what happened over the last episode?
Indeed. They descended up to the floor just above the top floor, where they encountered a room with two doors that only let one person through while pushing on both doors. In the end, he broke it with a bomb, getting them through as he was being attacked by Skeletonites. They then proceeded to the top floor, where they met one of the Wraith King's generals, a powerful and ancient mage, who proceeded to blow two of the party members up. Torin and not Torin. What is his character's name? Oh, Sire and Everett. But the party was nonetheless successful in defeating the next minion. Who's to say what will happen next, though, as they continue their journey?
Wait, there's more? I thought we won.
I can smell the foreshadowing from here. Smells a little rank. That might be the half-cooked corpse on the ground, though. So, yes, I believe we've gotten everything we needed. Yes, we checked the perimeter.
Yep, you've gotten everything you need. You have the book. I'm trying to remember if you guys looked for anything else.
We got those gems.
Yeah,
the gem.
that's right. The gem.
I think there was a key as well.
A piece of the key.
Right, yeah.
Another piece of a human face.
I'm guessing it's the chin. It's like a chin strap.
Any money?
Yeah, enough to get us up by 2 wealth score.
Hell yeah.
Yep, enough to increase your wealth scores by 2.
All right. Corvus is gonna start moving towards the staircase. Well, unless anyone wants to say their goodbyes to this individual, I suggest we get moving.
I agree. My cloak is just not going to dry if I don't hang it.
I'm gonna give him his last rites just cause.
Alright, let's hear it, Cappy.
Ah, fuck, I shouldn't do you say that.
He choked!
Put me on the spot fucking quick. Alright, give me a second here. Gotta get a couple words going in my head. Alright. Kneel down to the corpse, kind of, not give me actually on it, but kind of over it. Father, bless this fallen one. Though he has perpetrated evil, give him a chance to repent. When he shit. If it's actual last rites prayer, I don't know that. I didn't actually check on that one. I have to make something up. This is what I was working on doing.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, Cappy.
Father, bless this fallen warrior. May he find peace in the afterlife that he could not find in life. Amen.
All right.
Amen. See you in hell, fucker.
Okay, I brought it back. Give me my dinner, bring it down here.
All right.
Have fun in the spirit world.
We really need to rig that doorbell, Kyle.
I know. With explosives. No. All right. Corvus is basically right at the foot of the stairs going down. He's still holding the piece of the face that we got, and he looks back towards the group again. Well, I do believe that the priest has finished talking to the inanimate object.
Shall we leave this place then?
Yep. I'm hungry.
Hmm. As we're leaving, you're going to see Corvus start to do his little finger motion thing that he usually does. All right. And as he's doing that, you're going to see a bunch of these black blobs start like seeping off and separating from his legs, and start like patrolling around the actual vicinity. And they're going to go over the corpses as we go past them by, and they're going to like consume them.
Well, looks like he's hungry too.
It's raw minerals, and I kind of need some of the bone meal, honestly. It's better than just leaving them here.
I'm back. I guess it wasn't quite ready yet.
Well, it's just more than calcium. It's collagen as well. Not to mention all the armor and stuff that they have. I haven't exactly finished repairs, or I guess you could say preparations at the base, and I was short of a few minerals, so. As Corvus is walking, you notice that there is an audible clank every time he takes a step.
Why is there a clink when you step?
He picks up one of the legs of his pants, and you can see that there isn't an actual leg there. It's a kind of metal prosthetic that he's standing on.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I lost them a little while back. But in order to do that little trick of mine, I kind of have to use raw material. And, well, most of what I'm composed of is synthetic, so it's not like I'm losing anything.
So basically, you're more machine than man. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Not quite, but yeah. I mean, I have a little bit of me inside of every one of you.
Okay, I'm not sure I can sound of that, but okay.
I'm not an adult. That's weird.
That's all I heard.
She needs an adult.
I am an adult. Oh, God.
Team 4 store found the right to sue us.
No, man.
I love you, Team 4-star.
You can't trademark memes.
Big tittied mermaid girl.
I mean, she's just like Gothic Ariel, right? This is canon. Oh, man. As we're going through, is there anything strange going on, or is it just seem dead quiet?
For the most part.
Hmm.
I mean, as long as you don't divert the path that you came in, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm figuring we would just backtrack.
Alright. You make it back to the entrance.
Cool.
As we make it back, the blobs start to crawl back up my leg and reconnect to me.
Oh, would you look at that? They've come back to their father.
I suppose that's one way of looking at it.
Are they related to kobolds?
God damn it, no. I'm not dealing with this. Different game. Different game.
So, your blobs all return to you, Kyle. And like that, you have legs again.
I'm not gonna start tap dancing.
Well, that's good. Because I
I
don't know if you
threw-
have the presence to be good at it.
I throw a penny at Corvus. Dance, bitch!
He just gives you kind of a dumbfounded look.
I use a static electricity zap on Corvus.
I guess roll it, bro.
Ryan, do I have to?
You do if he's trying to defend himself from it.
Right.
She has an electric personality. There's no defense.
You can't touch it.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm gold. As you throw your little lightning thing on me, it just harmlessly like zaps onto the outside of my shirt.
Well, I wasn't trying to electrocute you. The day will come, though, and if you pester me enough, I will short-circuit you.
Are you saying this in character?
I will long circuit you.
Yes.
I haven't done squat diddly to you.
Indeed, why are you trying to harm him? He's been helpful. He hasn't harmed
When
you.
have you ever been harmed by being zapped with static electricity?
You would be surprised.
Well,
He is
it's
mostly
not my
synthetic.
fault. You have an advanced form of viral stupidity.
That or just horrendous luck. Anyway, your antics aside, I do believe we should get moving.
Why do you have to be so bossy?
Do you wish to sit in a tower of an undead creature for the next hour or 2 or 3?
Maybe.
Yeah?
Maybe I do.
Let's do it!
And then, to spite Corvus, the party sat in the dark for 3 hours
Be right back.
in absolute
Yeah.
silence.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm totally considering it.
We are the pity party? Or is it the petty party?
It's time to put Mein Führer in his place.
You mean his emo pout corner?
You just don't get me, Dad. Screw you, man.
Truthfully, though, she'd probably end up impatient and wanting to move on after like 10 minutes of trying to sit there spitefully, anyways, because my character is really impatient.
She has the addity.
So, after some hours driving in the swamp, you make it back. Car's pretty low on gas, and so is Bob's motorcycle.
Well, that was an interesting little bout. And it seems like I have some work ahead of me. He kind of taps on the meter indicating the gas. I'm going to, you know what? Yeah, it's been a while. Can't remember the last time I ate. I'm going to have something to eat and then I'm going to go back down to work downstairs.
Alright. So, when you get back in, not a lot has changed, but they no longer have leek beer.
That's definitely an improvement.
They now have a more palatable beer.
And then Travis's crazy, like, flammable concoction, right?
Indeed.
Oh boy, I smell Molotovs.
Ursa eats more than you think a tiny teenager could eat, but she eats a lot.
So, Urza goes all Goku on her food.
Pretty much.
Corvus, you're sitting there eating as she's eating.
Oh yeah, I'm not in my other face. So this will probably be the first time you actually see me take off my helmet.
Nope, they saw it in the dungeon, remember? Oh wait,
Did I?
You mean full on face, never mind.
Yeah. All right, so I take off my helmet and place it down next to me to go eat my bowl of whatever horrid gruel Travis has decided to serve. Is Ursa the only one that's sitting across from me right now?
Unless anyone else has decided to come eat.
Are you really ugly? Like, is Corvus really ugly without his helmet?
No. As you're sitting across from me and you're just seeing me just kind of focusing on eating, you'll notice that the side of my face has a large burn mark on the left side. And then there are also small metal nodules that are dotted across my skull. If it wasn't for these strange markings and the burns, I wouldn't look half bad.
But do you have to capture the manipulator of all four elements to regain your honor?
Yes, I will find the avatar. God,
Hey, no copyright infringement.
You're not fighting anything now.
Well, this is a whole new level of antagonism I can use now. Ugh. Personality, Ursa says, then going back to eating.
Wait, what?
Your personality. Face doesn't help either, but ugh.
I'm back.
Oh, he sets down his spoon in his gruel, and he looks at you. We just got done dealing with another monstrosity that has been plaguing these areas, and your first thing to do when you get back is to begin insulting someone who helped you.
Yeah.
I can see your priorities.
Well, they're arguing. I'm gonna go to the small chapel the ghouls helped me set up and just kind of pray for a little bit.
Actually, I prioritized eating. This is more dinner with a show.
I walk over to Corvus. Dude, give it up. Either you get in a battle of wits with her and you beat her and you beat up a little girl, or you get in a battle of wits with her and she crushes you and you got beat up by a little girl. Either way, it don't look good for you.
Corvus is just kind of giving you both like a dead stare, like he's not really looking at you. He kind of just sighs and he puts his helmet back on and just takes the bowl with him and starts walking down the stairs.
Wait, where are you walking to?
He's going to walk towards the area where we're actually setting up the distillery.
There's more there now than the distillery. That's where I had to go to the chapel up.
Okay.
See, there's a small chapel in there now. The distillery's covered up by a big blanket or something. It's not gone, it's just covered.
Apparently there's been some changes since I was last in this room.
And Nicholas is over here by where they put the chapel up, kind of kneeling down, praying.
As Corvus walks through the door, you can hear the soft tap of his feet behind you as he walks towards you. It seems like someone has done some extra renovations. I'm supposing these are yours.
I slowly open my eyes and kind of turn around. Yes, I had planned to do this from the beginning, but somebody put a distillery here, and I thought it'd be rude to remove it, so I just covered it to keep it out of the way.
Nicholas, you do realize that this is supposed to be a bar, correct?
Yes, but who said they can't have a small chapel in the bar? Well, not actually in the bar, but in a room off to the side.
Generally speaking, people don't mix their bourbon and their Jesus. Usually people come to these places to forget about matters of faith and ill will.
I'm
I'm
told
not-
Jesus. Oh, I'm not there. Never mind.
I'm not taking up the whole room. That's this little nook here. I consider taking up the whole room, but realize that would be a bit much. I just make a small cross and a little table and stuff here for people who want to do something here. They're more than welcome. If not, they don't have to. As I mentioned that one time, I don't force people to do what they don't want to do. That's not my way.
Okay.
Question: is the distillery currently being used?
Trav was using it, yeah.
Okay, Cappy, what did you cover it up with? Because, it takes fire to make a still work.
Oh, if Durban had it covered it, I wouldn't have covered it. I would have left it alone. I would just if it would have come in one note, said it could have been sacrificial wine or something. But yeah, if it could have been covered, I wouldn't have covered it.
Nope, it's official. There's a fire everywhere now.
There
We've
is.
lost everything.
Yes, everything's on fire. We just see smoke billowing from the basement.
Burn the sinners! Kill the heretics! Oh, God.
He's gonna have a good old-fashioned witch burning.
Well, Ursa's gonna go outside to practice and practice and practice until everything is perfect.
That's what really caused the fire, I'm just saying.
It's from the inside, it's from the outside. There's just nothing going to survive. We're all dead.
That's how the campaign is, right here. We burned to death inside our own base.
Fuck. Alright, shit. Look, Nicholas, if I'm being completely honest, I truly do not care for your practices, but this is a place of business, at least for now. So if you do wish to have this chapel, I can gladly help you set that something. I can gladly help you set something up elsewhere. But I was doing something with the space. There are markings for furniture and other implements, and there are things out of order. And this is really, and you can start to see him getting visibly upset. Look, could you just please move this elsewhere for now?
So you clearly didn't realize I already had plans for this space before you decided to take it, huh?
This is not my space. This is technically Travis's bar. I agreed to help him set everything up in exchange for some share of the profits and the utilization of the lower levels, which I have also made. You have not made any contributions into actually investing into this place. So I'm going to request that you honor the fact that I'm helping with someone else's things.
No contributions. I brought supplies into here. I don't know where you're getting that from, my friend. You need to take that word back.
Yes, you ran errands, and I made everything else. While I do appreciate your contributions, I still would ask for you to please move this out of here, because, look, I'm a man of very simple pleasures, and I take pride in my work. Don't step on my pride, please.
Very well. I have just discovered one thing about you, though. You are not going to heaven when you die. You non-believer. Fucking heretic. And then just kind of walk off in a huff.
Heretic. Magic men. Puh.
Everald looks around the bar, and he has an odd look in his eye. Kind of like an almost. starved look.
Slava just keeps chowing down.
Ursa keeps practicing.
Talawa.
Before I
What?
forget, since I stormed out,
When you have a moment, please join me downstairs.
Well, you're gonna have to wait until I'm done eating, 'cause I am fucking hungry.
I will wait.
I'll get some food myself when I get back up to the main part of the bar.
So you just like angrily push through the doors?
If you meet me, yes.
Whoa, God boy, what's the problem?
My faith was insulted by that fool down there.
Slava slips out.
Ursa is very glad that her Eastern spirituality is outside.
So, what did he do?
I set up a small spot for a little praying area. A cross, a little table, nothing big. And he seemed offended by it and he wanted it removed. He even insulted my beliefs in general, saying he does not like nor believe in my beliefs. So I called him a heretic and I walked off.
Tell him we need more prayer in school too, Cappy.
So
Blame the gays!
I'm gonna go back in and go into the basement where Corvus is. I would be like, hey, do you mind if I use like one quiet corner so I can meditate and focus on my studies?
He gives you a look.
I'll be
Um,
quiet.
He kind of just nods.
Thank you.
As you're studying, he's in his corner, just kind of starting to take like measurements of things again, getting rid of all the stuff that Roldon put down, and every once in a while you can catch him glancing at you. What is he breaks the silence and he says like, what is it that exactly you're doing?
Meditating. See, when I manipulate fire, it's like a family thing, but it's almost entwined with our religion too. We believe that there are natural paths of energy in the body, and the more you can harness the energy within your body, like the chi in your stomach, the better your manipulation of fire will become.
You can see that he's like trying to absorb your words, but they're kind of just vaguely lost on him because the terms just seem uncertain to him. And he's just kind of still quietly trying to listen.
I could try to teach you if you want.
You strike me as odd. At first, you are contentious, and then you are being kind.
I'm a teenager.
I never really much understood youth. But I do enjoy learning. These chakras you speak of, what do you mean?
Well, they're not necessarily chakras. That's a different kind of system all around, but the paths of energy flow through your body, and it is partially a familial thing that is genetic, but it's more than that too, and it starts at the spine and goes down your legs, over your arms, and while she's saying this, she's like kind of going over the general paths. Your stomach is the sea of energy, and lightning was really, really tricky to learn, because the first time I actually produced it, I was 8 and I nearly killed myself because it's it's not just directing energy from your body and from your chi like fire is. Tear apart the negative and the positive energy, and once it's off balance, the lightning comes in to try and rebalance it, and from that you can't control it. You cannot harness lightning. You simply provide a path for where it can go.
He's like, you can see that he's like, as he's standing on the next to you, he's leaning on the wall, and he's leaning like towards you as if trying to like really grasp what it is you're alluding to.
Hey, Corvus.
Yes.
Has she ever told you her last name?
My last name or hers?
Hers.
No.
But in the Azulan family, it's pretty customary.
You may make a learning check with advantage too.
I don't know shit.
You've heard the name. They are a famous hunter family. That is about all you know.
You know, I didn't say anything before because generally I feel most people mind their own. They all have their own reasons for doing this line of work, but you seem rather young. Why are you out here?
I was born into it. My family has been doing this for generations and generations and generations.
So where's the rest of your clan?
Well, there was recently attack from the Wraith King on my family, and my father unfortunately perished in that. I don't know where the rest of them are. Then meet up with my mother and my uncle and my older brother, but hard to say.
You can see there's an air of like heaviness about him because as he's like hearing this, and you haven't seen anyone since. You say?
Nope. I'm trying to. Tonight will probably be a better night for it due to the conditions right now. But I'm gonna try to rendezvous with my father in the spirit world and see if any of my other family members have contacted him and find out what they're doing.
Okay. Now you definitely see a confused look on his face.
The spirit world. They never taught you about it?
I hear theologians speak of it, but not much more than that.
Look, it's It's honestly not the whole, if you do one thing wrong in your life, you're sentenced to eternal damnation. It's sort of like our world almost, but,
Be careful there.
What?
She is gripped with silence as the spirits invite her mind, telling not to speak of their secrets to the outsider.
I mean, there is a form of punishment for those who are especially evil. I mean, like, not drinks a lot and occasionally gets in a fight. I mean, people who are serial killers evil. But that's sort of its own thing.
I mean, from what I've seen, I know that there's an inkling of an afterlife. But, well, if I'm being honest, if I didn't understand that, I probably wouldn't be out in Louisiana. You can see him shift uncomfortably as he's saying this.
It's funny because you have a master of death in the other side of the basement.
Well, I mean, it takes a lot of discipline. I mean, a lot. I train every day for at least 6 hours, and before all this happened, I would train all day for 12 to 16 hours a day. But I could teach you.
He gives you kind of a look. I don't think it will exactly work.
And you'd be correct.
As he's saying this, he kind of briefly sighs and he pulls up the sleeve on his left arm and removes the glove. And you can see that there's this large burn mark that's going up and down it. And he shows his hand, and he, for a brief second, the flesh of the hand actually starts to fall off, and underneath you see like electronics and steel.
Cool, so I could short circuit you.
Oh, don't be an arse. And as he says that, the flesh goes back up over his arm. Look, I am genuinely intrigued. And if you could explain, well, but if I could observe you while you're practicing once, maybe that might be of use to me. I could maybe replicate the effects somehow.
Sure. I mean, if you're electronic, it might be easier too. Could work like a taser.
He chuckles for a second. Yes, I shall tase my enemies to death.
That's what I do.
Oh yeah.
Tase will still kill them.
As he looks back towards you, considering your family situation, I don't know what you might find in the spirit world, but I was planning on setting up a radio station here, and if you want...
Kyle, just so you know, you gargled out during the beginning of that sentence.
Oh, okay. Just so you know, I was planning on setting up a radio station here, and if you can't find your family in the spirit world, I could set up a radio signal, and maybe they could find a means to contact you that way.
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think it's. You should be with your family. And you can see that there's like a soft look on his face. As much as you can stomach of it, Ursa.
Yeah, I mean, she's curious, but she can see it's also a sensitive topic, so she doesn't necessarily want to push it.
After he says that, he kind of awkwardly looks about the ground for a second, and then he just hastily says, "Well, I'm gonna finish eating and then go back to work."
Would you like a calming cup of jasmine tea?
You have tea?
I always have tea. Right?
You don't have tea. Because this is the apocalypse.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna grow tea.
Fine. You have tea, but it's chamomile.
Would you like a calming cup of chamomile tea?
He shrugs and says, "Yeah, I suppose that would be nice. Actually, I have been wondering about the water situation here."
Oh, there's a lot of bacteria in it, probably, but that's what fire powers are for.
That wouldn't necessarily remove the radiation, though.
Yeah.
You can see he's pondering this for a moment.
More reason for Corvus to work on his water supply.
What's that?
More reason for Corvus to work on his water supply so he can have tea.
Yes. Well, this needs to be done sooner or later, anyways. You can see that he's lost in thought for a moment, and then he just starts walking off.
Alright. Talawa. You have come into my room, I've noticed.
Isn't that what you wanted?
No, I'm speaking to you as the GM right now.
Oh, yes.
He starts breathing heavily.
He does start breathing heavily. Talawa, I used a great deal of strength in that last fight.
I'm sorry. I mean, I can make sure nobody comes down to bother you.
You don't understand. It's like when you first found me.
Okay. What do you need from me then?
Would you mind if I just had a nip?
Okay. But I'm just saying, I don't want you thinking that you can go around biting the others without explaining what's going on. I don't think that'd be fair.
That's why I called you down.
Look at me exactly. You look pretty hungry.
I believe that because you did not come in until the end of that sentence.
Yeah, I'm still having issues with Discord. I'm not really sure what's going on. But, crap. What did I just say? Oh, I just wanted to make sure that I knew because I wasn't sure what you were going to ask me. And, you look really hungry.
My, what big teeth you have.
I think she's known him, what did we say? It was like 5 or 6 years at this point or something. So, I mean, she's very familiar with, what he needs to do. I'm just kind of playing it off like she was kind of worried that his appetite might be beyond, just what she can help with at this point.
I get it. I'm just making this.
Evold will move up to you. And he will move the hair from your neck. As he does, his fangs come forth and he bites.
Right before he bites, though, she's gonna look at him and say, "So, does the mermaid blood taste any different than the other bloods?" Do I taste good?
It is a good taste. I don't know.
Don't you mean amazing?
Sure, amazing.
I don't believe you now.
Ryan.
Absolutely wondrous.
I don't know. Maybe we'll have to go, convince the priest to let you feed. Not as good as human blood.
I think that might go wrong.
Yeah, pretty sure that what he is. He's fucking killing him, point blank.
Holy Min's blood tastes like dirt.
Wow. I guess you're pretty lucky to have me then.
Yes.
She boops the tip of his nose and then turns her to give her neck essentially.
He sinks his fangs and drinks.
Loud moaning could be heard from down the hall.
Despite all our joking about it, we don't actually have any kind of relationship like that. We just flirt with people to freak them out.
I know, I'm just, once again, taking the piss.
He finishes drinking, leaving you enough blood that you will survive. And he closes the wound.
Alright, now you gotta get the robot one. Corvus, you gotta let him give me a few days to recover, okay? Because this is not always easy to come back from. I'm gonna need at least today and tomorrow to rest.
Indeed, I was going to say, suffer a level of fatigue.
I was saying that in character though.
I know, and I'm saying as the GM, you actually did suffer a level of fatigue from this.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. I just want to make sure you understood I was saying that in character.
I will make sure they do not bother you.
But I don't want to miss anything fun either. So make sure everything's really boring today and tomorrow.
I will make them incredibly boring days.
Oh, she's already missed some shit.
Okay. May I make some rolls to start making some stoof?
Very well, I will let you make some rolls to start making some stoof.
Go play with your garbage.
I will play with my garbage. Corvus happily plays in the garbage pile like a giant freaking raccoon.
That's right, he's a trash panda.
Alright, hold up. I'm gonna give myself some advantage. Alright, rolling to bolster. That's yes.
Indeed, you're doing well today.
Yes. Okay, advantage 3. And then I'm going to do a heightened invocation.
Ooh,
To get yes, to get another 2 advantage for a multicast. And I'm going to do 5 iterations of animation. So this is going to take a full day, if I'm not mistaken.
If you're casting it several times like that, yeah, I could see it taking a full fucking day. So you're full on animating things that are eventually not going to listen to you.
Oh no, they will. I have the right feat.
Okay.
Yes, I did. I have unending charm. Here goes something. Which one is this? 24. Shit. Shit. Damn it.
I'm guessing you did not succeed.
I got the level 6 one, but I did not get the level 8, because the level 8's what, 28, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Alright.
I'm sneezing in the background.
You know, you can actually program your thing in to tell you these things.
You're right. I could.
I think after Nicholas finishes eating, he's going to, since the tablet's going to be taken out over that, he'll just go to his room and try to pray for Corvus's soul. As damned as it is.
So,
All I heard.
Soul?
Huh?
He said it has a soul?
He's not sure. He's going to pray anyway.
He's going to try to pray the gay away.
No, he's going to pray to, I don't want to say make you believe, but to make it not so much an ass, maybe.
Never going to happen. All right. Is anyone else doing anything right now?
I was gonna ask Bob what he is doing.
I'm sitting at the bar talking with Travis, getting drunk, and doing blow.
Well, alright. So Bob's partying in the bar.
I would think anytime I pray, it'd give Bob's character a uncomfortable feeling. I think that's one that gets uncomfortable whenever I do the prayer and bring the holy power.
Mac,
No.
Mac, I gotta know. When you're doing that line, is it like going around the table? Or is it just like a little dash? Are you are you running the nostril 500?
No, just a 250.
Gotcha.
So, anyone else need to do anything as the next day comes?
Sleep.
All right. I did produce what I wanted, but they're not of the quality. So Chorus is just going to trash the little like mechanical monsters that he made and try again.
Bad children die.
Oh, so he's committing murder now. Wow. That's some extra praying.
I'm just saying, we've killed lots of things.
Yes, I know. I'm just. He's never praying actually for that. I'm just fucking with Kyle for that one.
I know. It's okay. Yes! Science!
Finally, you got it right.
And big good ones, too. Okay.
So
Is
tell me
any...
about your metal monstrosities that you animated?
Alright, so I'm in the deep basement right now. You can see Corvus kind of clanking away, and he's forming the little blobs of nanites into actually more solid structures. And over the course of the day, he puts together 5 little like mechanical tarantulas with like guns mounted to them.
Oh, that's a big bag of oh hell no.
Okay, actually, here, if I can give you like an idea of what these things do. Have you ever seen Ghost in the Shell?
Yes.
Okay, so they're like the Tachikomas, so they can go invisible and like stick themselves on walls.
Oh, fabulous. Invisible spiders now.
That shoot AK rounds, 7.62 to be exact. So they go daka daka daka. All right. So as he's looking over his new creations, they They look up to him expectantly. You shall be Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, and Echo. Your primary directives are to defend the lower areas and, if need be, move towards the top and maintain surveillance. Understood?
They just kind of give you a wiggle.
You can see a very satisfied look on Corvus' face. Yes, they have mastered the dance of the tarantula.
Indeed.
They are both cute and deadly. As I finish saying this, they go invisible and start scattering about.
Alright.
Corvus walks back upstairs to see what everyone else is up to now.
What are the rest of you doing? I know Laura's resting. And I know Bob's doing blow and drinking.
I mentioned what I was doing. I just want to do something else.
Well, you know this is the next day. Are you literally just staying in your room and praying for a whole day?
No, I didn't even say it was the next day.
He's been really bad.
That. The next day, probably.
Flashes on his back.
No, probably the first thing I do is come out and go to the main bar, get something to eat and drink.
All right. As you're coming out to go eat and drink, I walk up from the basement area.
So walk up from the basement area, Kyle.
Oh, right. I have to do that. He catches eyes with you for a second, and then he says priest and nods his head.
Everald is standing over by the door that leads into Talawa's and Nicholas's room. Oh, I guess your room too. Though you don't sleep there.
No, I moved everything down into the basement.
He's creepy and he's kooky.
I am the maddest of scientists. Anyway, Everald. Strange to see you up at this hour. Actually, wait, what time is it? I haven't been outside.
It is, let's see. If you started those, because I'm assuming you didn't sleep because you're a weirdo.
The dreams haunt me.
So I'd say about now, after doing that again and whatnot, probably afternoon, maybe later afternoon.
Oh, okay. Corvus peeks his head out to actually look if there's a sun up, and it's like, oh, shit. So maybe this isn't an odd hour for you. Anyway, what have you been up to?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Not a whole lot. Talawa told me to make sure she got lots of rest, so I'm watching the door.
She didn't sustain any injuries, had she?
Just a little exertion.
It's strange. And, he gives you a brief look. You can tell he's trying to figure out if it has something to do with your condition. Anyway.
I see nothing to indicate anything.
Alright, anyway, well, if you're free, I know you were talking about sharing what you knew. Do you have an hour or two?
What would you like to know?
Primarily the basics of how your magic operates, and maybe this might be a longer conversation, but the nature of the soul.
I will share what I know. The nature of my magic is through incantation and movements. Through these words and through these movements, I'm able to produce an effect.
Like an input and an output.
If you want to think about it that way.
Wait, would you even know what the hell I'm talking about?
Everald would.
Ah. Okay. So, So it operates under the similar principles of how, and you can see him kind of start to drift off in his head. So it's basically a much more involved version of what I do, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's correct. How exactly do you bind the soul then? Well, I know you have you have Pedian. I can't believe you actually called him number 2, but yes, you have number 2. Are those the original souls, or are those a semblance of some others?
These
And
are not their original souls. As I've observed through the experiment, I've created a new life. That is why they're not quite as sharp as you and I are.
do you know how to bring back a specific soul? You can see him getting a little bit more intense as he's saying this.
Mac pays attention to this.
That would depend.
On.
Locating them. Being able to pull them away from whatever paradise their soul rests in, or hell for that matter.
People have been talking a lot about hell and heaven, afterlives and spirit worlds, and this all just strikes me as odd and contradictory at some level.
I do not fully understand it myself. I do know that any time that I've played with ghosts or things like that, they all have different stories about what is happening to them before I pulled them away from whatever it was. Some were in horrible places. Some were in better places and wish I hadn't have moved them.
You can see him wanting to ask more, but he's struggling with how to phrase it. So you can see him just kind of shifting his head a lot.
Corvus, you have a profound interest in bringing back the souls of other people. So please, do share with me why you'd want to try something like that.
Do you remember our conversation when I was helping you dress down the cadavers?
I do.
It has something to do with that. I made a mistake a while back, and I've been desperately trying to undo it.
And what did they think about that when you tried proposing this idea in New Battle?
I didn't.
Because you knew they wouldn't like it?
don't believe that's the case. I've never known something to be out of practice there, but then again, I haven't exactly seen anyone walking around with corpses. Well, I mean, there is the meat grinder, but usually that's used for cannon fodder. So, no, I haven't proposed this there. I thought about it for a while. I only really decided to follow through with it when I was exiled.
Very well. And say I did call this person back for you. If you could provide me the information I needed, and I could manage to pull them from whatever abyss they're in, how do you know they'd be the same person?
You can see him struggling, like he's starting to shake a little bit. He's getting unnerved by the very essence of the question. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Corvus, death is a very unique experience.
But this one didn't have to happen, and it didn't. Just
No death has to happen, Corvus. They just do happen.
you you see that he's like trying to keep his cool, and he's like actively not keeping his gaze with you. Have you ever lost something that you and he's like struggling with, he's like, you can see that he's like now like very visibly struggling with the words. Have you ever lost something that you knew deep down that you could never replace, and you knew that you could prevent it if only you were more aware?
I do understand that pain.
Do you really?
What, you think you're the only one that's had something like that happen to them?
No. There's a certain grandeur of things, though. And as he's saying that, you can hear his voice starting to have like a treble to it.
Sometimes dead is better.
God damn it. Look, Everald, I need
didn't
to
really
do.
say that, right?
I know. Look, Everald, you're the only person that I know who wouldn't actively kill me for trying to gain this information. And I desperately need to know. I at least need to try. And he's like, now he's like basically invading your personal space.
Want to kiss?
Very well then, Corvus. Then I will make
Bite. Bite.
I don't think that'd be a pleasant experience for both either of us.
I will attempt to perform such a ritual for you, Corvus. But in exchange, you have to commit full loyalty to the cause here.
Humanity takes precedence over all.
And that is
And
why is here.
I know. I was just going to agree with you. This, from what we found with those plans, this is going to be a much larger issue. And there are going to be many hands that are needed for it. I have already committed to helping you.
Corvus, none who seek power to control things lack corruption, especially in this world. Why do you think I know so much of New Babel? And why do you think I know they wouldn't let you do this experiment?
Then enlighten me, Everald. Why wouldn't they?
They will not let you do this ritual because it goes against their principles. Why call back something that's already dead? Yours is a place of logic and reason. When you ask me to do this, you do not come from a logical or a reasonable place.
You can just see him that he's silent. He's listening, but he's still seems visibly frustrated.
If I perform forbidden magics for you, then I need to know that you are a full-on hunter and brother. Which means that you live to kill what's in the night, not to expand any agency looking to rule this world.
When you say that, he like snaps his face back towards you. We need order. New Babel provides order. What you have now is chaos. People living in squalor, fighting for their lives every day, prone to radiation, cannibalism, cultists, all manner of monstrosities. And you think they're a bad idea.
I do.
And why is that?
Any regime looking to rule, that includes them.
So we shall just continue to live as we did in the days of yore. Like medieval peasants, just waiting to be slaughtered by roaming gangs of marauders.
Society existed in terms like this before, and eventually flourished on their own without such intervention. Society will grow how it will.
We have the means to ensure a better life for everyone. I don't see what your contentions are with that. You can see he's completely like drops the issue of the resurrection thing right now.
So, you want to tell them about the squads you guys send into cities to take them?
We offer protection, we offer infrastructure, we offer a future.
And
Some people don't.
want that.
he he stops for a second and just glares daggers.
I've seen
Is-
some fine
is he
killings,
wrong?
Corvus. Some very fine killings. I've seen vampires drain entire cities. But the destruction I've seen some of your crews do doesn't even compare.
Sometimes you need to make sacrifices. I should know. I've made plenty.
Well, Corvus, I do not believe in the sacrifice of freedom. Or the right to make a choice for what you want.
He's just shaking his head and says, I shall discuss this at a later time. I am too frustrated to continue this conversation.
Very well, then.
He walks back towards the basement.
I need to know what Ursa and Bob are doing right now.
Eating.
I was just listening to the two of you.
Sometimes it be like that.
Mac is just staring down at the door. Or is Corvus still standing there, or did he go away?
I walk down towards the basement.
So walk into the basement, Corvus.
I did.
That was his business.
Mac is just staring at the door where that Corvus walked through.
You can see a stairway leading down. Something you're interested in, Mac?
I'm not sure. I thought I was, but something you said about them, sometimes they don't want to come back. I need to think.
Very well, then. I'm willing to answer any questions you have.
ITT, everyone uses Everald as a means to regain their lost loved ones.
I mean, if you met a necromancer in real life, and he wasn't going to sacrifice you to some dark deity...
That's
I
probably
mean, Ursa's gonna let her father stay dead. Because she doesn't want to disrupt the natural order.
Plus, I'm just saying, you'd like have hella favors owed to you if you were doing that for multiple people. Like, you'd have a lot of people who would just feel way too guilty to ever be like, nah, I can't help you out after what you did for me.
Well, that was my point with trying to make my deal with Corvus.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, it is a beneficial position to be in.
Yeah, and that's the other reason Mac's not is gonna think about it.
Just as I'm downstairs, I'm going to work on some of the other things that I was going to set up for the bar here. So right now I'm just going to work on a actual like filtration system. And do we actually have toilets here? I don't think we have toilets.
No, we've been shitting in the swamp.
I will make a bathroom as well somewhere.
The realities of how we're living.
We're not savages. We can use toilets.
We don't
Yeah,
have
but
to-
I mean, basic hygiene. We should have at least dug an outhouse. Damn.
No, we are like animals. We poop in a swamp.
That's right.
That is how we got the cure.
That is how we got the cure.
God damn it. Is there anything I need to roll to actually make that or no?
So what exactly are you making for the bar?
Right now just a water filtration system. So then it would actually get rid of the radiation.
Alright.
So would this be an extraordinary then?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. So what level would you say this is?
Let's see, we're trying to make a filtration system, and you're using transmutation, right?
Alteration, yeah. Would it be? No. I could technically use transmutation, but would that be permanently transmute a simple object into a mundane or complex one? I could do that if it's within the if it is like a level 2 wealth.
I figured you were using your trash pile,
Well, yeah.
so that's why I figured you were transmuting it.
Okay. All right. So all right, it's within bounds. Okay, then I will do that. Still maintaining my bolster, and I'm rolling it. Sweet.
You make a water filtration system.
Yay.
After some tinkering and all that good shit. Straight up garbage pile water filtration system.
I am the king of raccoons.
You are.
All right. So what are you guys doing now? While he's trash pandaing up.
Everald's still watching the door. He has to repay his favor. Capalicious Bobicious, what are you doing?
Was he there for that conversation?
I don't know, maybe he went away.
Nicholas died. It was a short ceremony.
It was. We kinda just threw him in the swamp where we've been shitting.
God damn it. No, we're horrible people.
Now, let's be fair. Unless his god protected him, Everald would just animate the damn corpse. So, unless anyone has anything particular they want to do, then I guess the next day comes.
Alright. I'm gonna continue tinkering while I'm downstairs. I'm basically just not leaving right now. I'm just focusing on my work.
Alright.
Oh my god, this is boring. Let's go kill shit.
I have to watch the door right now.
Every day we wait here is another day the Wraith King gets stronger.
I'm sorry about that.
Okay. Nicholas, you did not catch this conversation, but we were talking about the issue. We were talking about resurrection through necromancy. And
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about that a bit.
Yeah, and the shenanigans that New Babel pulls in order to obtain hegemony.
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about it. I don't know if my character would have been there to hear it unless you guys were in the main room.
Yes, we were.
Okay. Yeah, I'd probably be looking over at Corvus. So the heretic's gonna do more defilement. I should have known. Such evil from a non-believer.
Ooh, hypocrisy. Do I smell a priest?
You just now realizing I'm a priest, milady?
No, I just didn't think you were douchey one until now. Silly me, I should have expected worse from the Catholic Church.
I'm angry at Corvus because he insulted my religion. I
Hold
don't
on,
like
off
that.
character. Let it be noted that this is just in character, and I do not mean to offend anybody.
Oh, I know.
Really? The guy who's running around calling him a heretic and saying that everyone's gonna burn in hell, he was the one who was insulted.
I never said everyone's gonna burn in hell. Only Corvus, because he insulted and said he does not believe.
And I'm sure you're going to convert him with such a loving, Christly attitude. What was that Jesus preached? Oh, right, yeah, perfect.
I
Tell
have
everyone
tried.
that they're a fucking heretic and they're gonna burn in hell. Yeah, right there under, Corinthians, I want to say.
Well, I have been trying to pray for his soul, and I will every night, probably. Whether
You
it
know,
helps, I do not know, but I feel I have
yeah,
to try.
I kick that kid in the shins every day, but I swear, I really want his broken leg to be healed. I think about it a lot. I still kick him in the shins, but...
You gonna respond, Capalicious?
Oh wow, I
Kinda.
can hear the air of self-righteousness.
I am not a self-righteous person. I have no problem with you, or most anyone. I am just currently angry at Corvus for his hurtful words.
What happened to that whole, homily about turning the other cheek?
That is why I am praying for his soul. I am trying.
Yes, and while you were insulting him and judging him, which, believe me, correct me if I'm wrong, but the first commandment says that you shall not take God's place, that God is the only one who can judge people. That's neat, isn't it?
I was not judging him. I was merely.
What else do you call or define calling him a heretic? That is placing a term of judgment on him.
Heretic basically means non-believer. He does not believe, therefore he is a non-believer.
And yet it is still placing judgment on him because of a vast negative historical connotation where heretics were burned at the stake.
I have no intention of burning him at the stake. If he chooses to believe in time, excellent. If not, there's nothing I can do for him. In the next life, I mean.
You are a horrible example of your faith. Like,
You know nothing
did you
about
just
me,
take the
child.
Bible, read everything about love and kindness, and throw it out the fucking window?
I throw nothing out the window.
Alright, did you use it to wipe your ass? Because obviously you did not absorb that lesson.
I have learned my lessons well. That is why I became so angry when he insulted me like that. Though I admit name calling
Pride?
was a bit low, I should not have resorted to that.
So, isn't that pride, which is one of the 7 deadly sins? Wow, that's neat too!
children. They will
Bob,
learn in
this
time,
would
I
probably be
suppose.
the time to step in again about that comment that you shouldn't debate with, like, a little girl, because if you get your ass kicked, you get your ass kicked by a child.
I've already warned. Oh no, wait. That was, to be fair, that was Corvus I warned, not him.
They say wisdom oft comes out the mouth of babes.
We are the Salt Train. Choo choo, motherfuckers.
Ursa high fives Corvus.
I'm in my basement.
Well, Ursa does not high five Corvus then.
Corvus gets nothing.
He high-fives the wall.
Is it your basement or your mom's? Be honest.
It's my basement. I made it. It's mine. You can't tell me what to do with it. I made it with my 2 hands. Fuck you, Mom. No, I love you, Mom.
Says, while turning up the volume on My Chemical Romance. My science romance. We can't violate copyright.
Oh, God. So, Nicholas is just getting his ass reamed by a little girl. You know, nothing strange there. Actually, wait, that is rather strange. It's usually the other way around.
No, that's little boy.
See this shit? I try to give Court benefit of the doubt and he insults me again.
He's downstairs, Cappy.
I'm saying this out of character.
I know, that was bad of character too. I wasn't in character.
I'm playing with you, bro.
Oh,
Anyway.
I know.
So, unless anyone has anything important they want to do, day 3 will come upon.
Well, I was gonna wake up.
Oh, go ahead and wake up.
I just didn't want to like interrupt all the conversation that was going on.
Go ahead, please.
So it's not like early in the morning, but not like too far into the morning. She's gonna wake up on that second day, and she just like comes charging out her bedroom door and down the hallway, and she's like yawning, and her hair is just all over the place, and she barges into like the common area, like the kitchen area.
Hang on. Can I just do something kind of funny here?
Okay.
All right. So can we just retcon that a little bit? And then, so you're waking up, right? Okay. As you're waking up, you're looking up at the ceiling, and you see something staring back at you. There is a rather large robotic spider staring down at you right now, and in the midst of the silence, it just gives you a little wave with one of its legs.
What the fuck? Corvus!
As she yells that, Alvaro goes to the bar to go grab food.
The robot responds to you.
Oh, she's reaching out and grabbing that fucker.
Okay. The robot responds to you. Dr. Corvus, I'd like to speak with you. Please head to the basement.
Oh, I'd like to speak with him too. Still grabbing it.
Please put me down.
She does not.
It's going invisible in your hands, and it's going to push off of you.
I'm holding on to that fucker.
Roll its might.
I think it's, well, let's see, I'm level 10. So it would technically be level 7 for its might, or no, it's using its agility, so that would actually be a 9.
You sure about that, Kyle? I don't remember animated things getting stats like that.
Well, let's see. So, does it use it? Because that creature uses the same stats you would use for a simple build NPC. So its primary attribute would be a level 9 because we're at level 10 right now, and its secondary attributes would be at level 7. So its primary attribute is going to be agility. So it is trying to jump out of your hands right now.
The GM, not the player, is responsible for deciding the attributes and abilities of the animated creature, and should follow the outlines for the simple build section of NPCs.
Okay.
I will build your robots later.
All right.
I mean, at this point, no matter what he rolls, it's probably gonna be better than mine. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
get away from me.
It's your little noodly arms.
I'm even goddamn angrier now.
Actually, it tickles your hand with its legs, and that's what makes you let go.
Oh, you little cocksucker! Emerald!
Everald comes running down the hallway with food.
She grabs whatever the most like carby thing is first and just starts eating. Who's fucking spying on me? Spying on me with a little creepy fucking robot.
Well, you should tell him you don't enjoy voyeurism unless there's more than one person involved.
I mean, I think we just have to teach him about consent. I don't think he gets it. Also, come on, I'm not leaving my food behind. Let's go.
Everald follows.
Oh.
Damn.
She walks into the common room because oh wait, he said that you were in the basement, didn't it? Or it said you were in the basement, right?
Yes, Dr. Lockheed requested for you.
Is that your last name? I don't actually know.
Not that basement, Laura.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you never got my last name.
Because technically that is where he is. I haven't built on the add-on he's added so far.
You also haven't built our truck.
Yep, I know. I should start having more time at work to do some of these things soon.
Okay.
In my off time.
During lunch.
So she's going to come storming into your section of the basement, Corvus. Still eating, like, constantly. So really, as she's talking, she's probably got her mouth full of food.
This is a long tunnel.
And he probably brought me a lot of food if he knew it was good for him.
So, as you're approaching the end of the tunnel, there's a door.
I'm going to try to storm through that door.
It's the gate from Full Metal Alchemist.
As you walk towards the door, it says authorized user, and the door opens.
Hell yeah, I'm authorized. She's gonna march in and keep eating. Corvus! Corvus!
Avril follows her with the food.
You can see Corvus like messing around in like a little corner of this like very large, almost like kind of like underground hangar area. It looks like it. There's a large sloped ceiling. Ah, Taloa. I see that you're better.
I see that you're still stupid. Why the hell do you think it's okay to just spy on somebody while they're sleeping? How long were you even watching me? What is wrong with you?
You can see there's a confused look, and like he genuinely doesn't understand what you're talking about.
Your robot, it was watching me.
I requested that it contact you when you awoke.
How would it know that I woke up unless it was watching me?
I suppose it did not specify. Well, anyway, I was concerned about you, so, and I was actually preparing a small gift for you. And
She's going to throw a small piece of food at you.
He takes it. Thanks.
You're an idiot.
Not an idiot. I'm a genius.
You wish you were a goddamn genius. There are many different kinds of smarts, and you're not gifted in many of them.
he just scoffs. Well, I was concerned about you, and I wanted to give you a get well gift. Yeah. I suppose that sentiment is lost these days.
She like slightly squints at you, like she's trying to figure out like what the hell you're getting at. I'm not really injured. I needed a little recuperation time to rest.
Well, Everald was very intently standing in front of your door, so I assumed that there was something serious going on. Was I wrong?
Well, one, you're a little nosy, but two, not exactly something serious, just a thing that we have. We understand each other, that's all.
He kind of gives you a confused look. Yes, anyway, your gift. He walks back to the table. You can see that there's, as you're actually looking at his work area, you can see that there are the makings of a large suit of armor. And at the table that he actually walks towards, there is a set of 5 pistols. Come here.
I don't like being weighed down by stuff. That looks heavy. She is going to walk over, though.
I felt that with your style of combat, a crossbow might prove inefficient at times. And seeing as you have a tendency for close quarters, I figured I'd prepare a little gift for you. And I'll actually give you some training. He pulls up one of the pistols. Have you ever fired one of these?
GM? Okay, no. No, I've read about them in some of the ancient things in sunken New Orleans, but I have never had the chance to actually use one.
Well, I am something of a weaponsmith, and he cocks the pistol. Would you care to learn?
I don't know. I've always used my crossbows. I'm not sure if I would really know how to use these or anything. I don't really know anything about them.
I don't mind teaching you when I'm not working. Generally speaking, me, I don't know. I struggle with formalities.
You don't have to be formal. I don't give a shit.
He then starts to strip.
Shit.
Gosh, too informal.
No. He's like, yep, fuck it. He sets the pistol down. Well, I wanted to do something nice. I felt like that was a good thing to do. If you don't want this, then I suppose I could just sell these or do something else with them.
It's not that I'm not interested. I'm just, I guess, worried I'm not going to be very good with them, and then it'll have been kind of a waste for you. I don't know. I can try. I just can't promise I'm going to know how to use anything like this.
he he uh he just kind of casually shrugs his shoulders, like, they're they're not that hard. I mean, a children could fire this.
That's what she said.
A child could.
Or you could fire it at children.
That's that too. You could do that as well, but we're not advocating for that.
No, that's not until lesson 3.
Yes. I think that's a subsection of school shootings. It's
Little
American.
column A, little Columbine.
Oh God. We are horrible people.
We're all going to hell.
Anyways, so just out of character real quick for you, Kyle. She's not like trying to be like disinterested in the gift. It's more just like it's so foreign to her that she's basically concerned that you won't feel that she actually appreciates it if she's not able to use it well. So I don't know if I'm getting that tone exactly right, but
No, you are. It says Corvus. You forget he has a condition. He doesn't exactly get certain nuances.
okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Well, he scratches the side of his head. I suppose that if this isn't of interest, I could do something else for you. But I felt like it's always good to have a nice sidearm. It is of my own brand too, so I'm quite happy with the work.
Well, I'll give it a try, but I prefer that you spend a decent amount of time with me before we head out so that I can at least be somewhat proficient with it. With whatever we go do next, I'm sure. Even if it's just a trip to the local city, I'm probably gonna need a gun, or something to shoot with.
Well, we haven't exactly dealt with the lich problem, and I felt like providing some basic armaments would be a benefit. But, yes.
Lich problem? Do you mean the Wraith King?
Oh, yes, Wraith King. Wait, let's say, so Everald chimed in when I said that?
Yep.
This is probably the first time that he actually acknowledged that you were in the room, because he was completely just focused on the long conversation. Oh, hello.
Hello, Corvus.
He seems kind of lost on what to say to you right now, because he's still kind of digesting what you said the other day.
Yep.
Hi.
look at that, Taloa. He doesn't know how to handle me now.
Did you break him? That's cute.
Anyway, if I have other things to prepare still. Oh, right. There's one other thing. He grabs a water purifier that was sitting at the far end of his workspace, and he hands it to Everald.
Everald takes it.
This is a water filtration system that I designed. It will actually remove the radiation, so you could put irradiated water in here. Just don't take it from stagnant water because that will mess with the filter. That's all I request. And you could use this and make potable water. No radiation.
Very well. Everald takes it and leaves.
As he's leaving, he looks back towards Toa. Did you catch any of that conversation that I had with him the other day?
Which day? Yesterday? No, I was out like a light.
Then, never mind then. He looks a little. You can see that he looks a little physically upset, but he doesn't want to get someone who wasn't involved.
If something's bothering you, you're best to just have it out with him.
I understand people's contentions with New Babel. I do. However, I can't see another way. There's no one else who has the resources or the means. And I am literally sitting on the cure to the radiation problem. I can't do anything with this myself. I can't forego working with New Babel just to go hunting creatures. There will always be more monsters. We need the infrastructure. I need to do more than just fighting monsters. I mean, I've done this to get information, to try to find something that could lead me to an answer that I needed. And in my short time with working with you, I've gotten a lot of answers, but I feel, I don't know, it's a strange place. I feel, and you can see that like he has like a visit. He feels. You can see that he seems confused.
Consider this. As passionate as you feel about working with them, as much as you see it as the only way, other people can feel exactly the same way against it. It doesn't necessarily mean that they hate you or have a problem with you. I'm not sure if that's exactly the issue here, but you have to understand that not everybody comes from anything close to the background that you have or the perspective that you have. We're approaching this from the experience that we do have, and as far as we can see, we're the ones out here clearing out these monsters that are just wiping people out, making things livable for people. And sure, I see what you mean, that we've got to get infrastructure back if we really want, I don't know, society, civilization to truly come together again. But I don't know if I can agree that any means are worth it to get that end. Maybe this is what we need to do now until we have a better way to get that infrastructure in place. Have to admit that your experiences and your worldview is limited before you left those walls. They may have a lot of potential there to help, but they're not really grounded in anything anymore. I don't think they really understand the world as it is anymore. And that can be dangerous too, to not understand what you try to tinker with.
He's fully like absorbing what you're saying as to the best of his ability. He takes a seat at his work area, and he presses his hand against his lip, and you can see he's kind of lost in thought for a moment. He nods his head. Thank you for that. I suppose if you wish, if you have the free time later, and if I'm not busy, just swing on by, and I could train you, and maybe I could discuss this in greater detail when I'm more myself. And you can see there's like this, like he's like having problems understanding what he's exactly saying.
Sure, you need time to digest. I get it. I'll just take a couple of these shinies with me then, because I do like how shiny they look. And I don't know, I guess if you want to talk, I'm around. But if you're gonna make me have a serious talk, you better bring me food. Something else interesting to go along with it. Can't have everything all serious. Otherwise, there's no fun in it.
Plenty of fun.
You're not entirely serious either.
He's like, you can tell, like his idea of fun is completely different than yours.
Different paths.
Yeah.
But alright, this is a good point to call it, guys. We are the Story Speakers Guild, bringing you great role-playing like tonight. We hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Make a ritualistic sacrifice to Satan.
Sail Hayden!
And tell all your friends.
Good night.
We love you.
So much.
Don't leave us, or we'll find you.